University titled Clay in the Hand of the Water, the Mystery of Probability Modeling in Statistics, to be delivered by Abayomi Ayodele Akomolafe, Professor of Statistics. In line with the tradition of our university, this inaugural lecture will be chaired by our Vice Chancellor, ably represented by the Deputy Vice Chancellor of Development, Professor Sunday Samuel Onyiyamo. We also have some of our other principal officers here. Mr. Charles Olusegun Adebeye, the Registrar of the institution, is represented by Mr. Abayomi Ayodele Akomolafe. Mr. Peter is the bursar of the university, while the librarian is Dr. Robert Akoyemi. The acting provost college of health sciences is represented by Professor Funmilola Omoya. We also have deans of our various schools here. Professor Olabode Thomas Adebayo is the Dean School of Agriculture and Agricultural Technology. Professor Ojisola Kudo, Acting Dean, School of Basic Clinical Sciences. Professor Christopher Oluwatomi Akindele is the Dean, School of Infrastructure, Minerals and Manufacturing Engineering. The Dean, School of Electrical Systems Engineering is Professor Adekode Oladipo Bello. Professor Ayodeji Olumeye is the Dean, School of Health and Mineral Sciences. And Professor Joseph Omolibasho, Dean, School of Environmental Technology. The Dean, School of Logistics and Innovation Technologies, Professor Olayemi Olaseye Samuel Oke. Professor Mufta Kalawole Olatunbode is the Dean, School of Life Sciences. The Dean, School of Physical Sciences is Professor Femi Barnabas Adebola. Professor Oluwayo Bello Olusoji is the Dean, School of Postgraduate Studies. While the Dean that controls the largest constituents on campus is the Dean, Student Affairs Division, Professor David Olawale. The Dean, School of Computing and Chairman Committee of Dean's Twitter is ably represented by Professor Olawale Olatubosun. And of course, the inaugural lecturer of today, Professor Abayomi Ayodele Akomolafe. At this point, I would like to invite our Vice Chancellor, ably represented by the Deputy Vice Chancellor of Development, Professor Sunday Samuel Onyiyamo, for the Vice Chancellor's speech.
Principal officers of the university, honors, divisional and technical, top government functionaries here present, the inaugural lecturer of today, Abayomi Ayodele Akomolafe, deans, directors, and heads of departments, distinguished members of Senate and congregation, eminent scholars and friends of our great university, gentlemen of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, great Nigerian students. It gives me great pleasure to welcome everyone to the 198th inaugural lecture of the Federal University of Technology, Accra. I welcome very traditional leaders, the top government functionaries, captains of industry, friends of the university, and the entire staff and students of the university. I am very pleased to welcome the immediate and extended family members, friends, and well-wishers of the inaugural lecture. I felicitate Professor Abayomi Ayodele Akomolafe on this academic milestone. May I, at this juncture, request the inaugural lecturer to please rise while I present the citation. Abayomi Ayodele Akomolafe was born 1st of December 1969 to the family of late Elder Solomon Abayomi Akomolafe and Dickness Alice Akomolafe of Onijaye Royal Compound, Ile-Oko, Agedile Local Government, Osun State. After his elementary education, he attended Abayomi Grammar School, Osun State, between 1983 and 1988, where he obtained his Supervised African Concentration Certificate. Thereafter, he proceeded to the Polytechnic Department between 1988 and 1991, and later University of Ilorin, Kwara State, where he obtained BSc, MSc, and PhD in statistics in 1997, 2005, and 2011, respectively. Abayomi Ayodele Akomolafe joined the services of the Federal University of Technology, Akure as senior lecturer in August 2015, and rose through the ranks to the position of professor in October 2021. He has supervised more than 180 undergraduate projects, 20 master's dissertations, and 7 PhD theses. He has authored and co-authored over 80 journal articles in reputable peer-reviewed journals and presented papers at several conferences both within and outside Nigeria. He is a reviewer for International Journal of Mathematics and Computer Application Research, London, American Journal of Sexuality Education, Chamber of France, Britain, Issues in Business Management and Economics, India, International Journal of Food and Nutrition Sciences, Australia, Journal of Modern Applied Statistics Methods, Ethiopia. Professor Akomolafe has had years of experience both in lectureship and management positions in the university system, and has served the Federal University of Technology abroad in many capacities. Very significantly, as Chairman, Departmental Accreditation Committee 2015 to 2017, Chairman, Departmental Curriculum Committee 2019 to 2020, Head of Department Statistics 2020 to 2023, Member, Departmental Strategic Planning Committee 2015 to 2021, Member, Business Committee of Senate 2023 to date. That is how much of it was. As the university, he is the Special Marshal, Federal Safety Board, Unit Command 2011 to date. Editor-in-Chief, the Anointed Voice Magazine, CAC, Latin English Assembly, Oshogo, 2017 to date. Member, Board of Trustees, Inaugural Development Forum, 2017 to date. President, Inaugural Unity Forum, 2024 to date. He is happily married and union is blessed with children. The last lecture today. Probability modeling is a mathematical framework that uses probability distribution and statistics to estimate the likelihood of various factors in uncertain situations in fields such as finance, weather forecasting, medical diagnosis, agricultural experiments, and engineering. The inaugural lecture is expected to enlighten us on how probability modeling and statistics quantifies the likelihood of events and makes informed decisions based on data. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we have before us this day a distinguished scholar to present the 198th inaugural lecture of Harvard University, titled Play in the Hand of the Potter, the Mystery of Probability Modeling in Statistics. Please join me in welcoming Professor Abayomi Ayodele Akomolafe.
The Vice Chancellor, other Vice Chancellors, Deputy Vice Chancellor, Registrar, other Principal Officers of the University, Acting Provost, Deans and Directors, Head of Departments, distinguished professors, distinguished non-academic colleagues, administrative and technical, my hospital and temporal, distinguished professionals, invited guests and friends of the university, Presbyterian, members of the class, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I feel distinguished today with profound gratitude to government, the giver of life. All glory and adoration be to him who has made it possible for me to attain this life alive and has granted me the unique opportunity to deliver the 180th inaugural lecture of this esteemed institution. The Federal University of Technology. The 180th inaugural lecture titled Play in the Hand of the Potter, the Mystery of Probability Modeling Statistics, marks the second in the Department of Statistics and the 13th in the School of Physical Sciences. Madam Chancellor, the word statistics commonly used in different senses. In everyday balance, statistics refers to numerical methods of any sort. Olukusoye 2012. Nowadays in media houses, the internet and the likes, even inter-school quiz competitions, we have the people in charge of scoreboards, very refers to as statisticians. Statistics has become a part of everyday life. We are confuted with them, like them, in magazines, on television, and in general conversations. We are counted there when we discuss the core of living, unemployment, medical breakthrough, politics, and natural programs. Although we are not always aware of it, each of us is an informal statistician. We are constantly gathering, organizing, and analyzing information, as well as using this data to make decisions that will affect our action. In scientific discussions, on the other hand, statistics almost stands for a discipline, a branch of knowledge. According to Dr. 2005, popular used the phrase statistical science to describe the discipline. Statistics is not a branch of science, as in other science and science-related disciplines. Does not have a specific domain, an aspect of nature and society as its field of study, like those sciences. It is domain nature and pure mathematics. And in age, its concept and technique, just like those of the latter, permeate and sometimes span all the natural and social sciences. The plan of this lecture goes beyond distribution we do is I wish not of statistics. Rather, in the sense of everyday balance, I shall be advocating the need for citizens to be statistically literate to drive natural transformation. Similarly, from a scientific perspective, I shall be advocating the use of statistical models as engine to accelerate social and economic transformation of the Nigerian economy. Statistical thinking will one day be as necessary for efficient citizenship as the ability to realize. This quote is often attributed to British future looking writer Abayomi Ayodele. It is actually a beautifully compact paraphrase of a non-matter sentence that well wrote in 1903 in his book Mankind and the Beginning. The quotation are more relevant now than ever. It has ability to read and write have been regarded as a basic requirement for an efficient citizenship. For most of us, that has come for every citizen to learn to do statistically, to acquire the capacity to reason with members and have the skill to understand statistical representations. The importance of numbers to the modern world are not devastated. If you do not understand statistics, you can be fooled by media stories, advertisements, political claims, and even research outcomes. To announce Philip in his potential, how to think about statistics, said the culture of any industrial society is suffused by quantitative information. Some quantitative messages are simple and direct, while others involve a relatively complicated process of inference. Knowing how to think statistically make possible the comprehension of both. In recent times, without statistical reasoning and statistical thinking have appeared in literature and have been used interchangeably. Statistical reasoning is the way people reason with statistical ideas, understand and be able to explain statistical process and fully interpret statistical results. It may involve connecting one concept to another, combining ideas about data and chance, as written by Gaffney in 2002. Statistical thinking, on the other hand, involve an understanding of why and necessary investigations are conducted. This includes recognizing and understanding the entire investigative process, understanding how data are produced for estimate probabilities, recognizing how, when, and why existing financial tools can be used to transfer the tool. For instance, a partnership candidate, most of the time, have the agenda for the banish property, banish income, banish unemployment, restore equity, promote social regulation, and enhance communal use and progress. To a statistically conscious electorate, it is not difficult to see the impression of this agenda. Can poverty or hunger or unemployment be damaged? We country in the world does not have unemployed people, no matter how small. The credible agenda will stay in quantitative terms, the current situation, and the anticipated target. That is the model. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a great honor and privilege to stand before you today to deliver this inaugural lecture titled Clay, the End of the Quarter, the Mission of Probability Model and Statistics. The title of the inaugural lecture centers on the process from the start to the end. God is the potter. And we are the clay. The problem to solve is the clay. The probability model is the tool to use to provide predictable solutions. The image of clay and potter is a power-building metaphor that illustrates the relationship between God and humanity. The book of Isaiah 64 establishes this fact by saying, "But now, O Lord, thou art our Father, we are clay, and thou art potter, and we are the work of thy hand." My journey to the realm of statistics was accidental and effective. Jeremiah 18:2 says, God sent Jeremiah to the potter voice. The potter reshapes his poetry into another person. I do not intend to bore you with the story, but I always remember with nostalgia the confusion I had when I read the stories in the university. Thank God today, all the system. Model. Whether it is the process of creating representative of the real system or scenario to understand, simulate, or believe behavior. How many involve the abstract complexity to social forms? Model assumptions, model span disciplines like science, finance, art, and even psychotherapy. Scientific modeling includes creating equation or simulation, computing models, finance, to test hypothesis and explore what if scenario, make predictions about future events or system behavior, and to visualize abstract concepts or impractical situations. Modeling process entails defining the problem, collecting the data or quantitative information, choosing a model type, build the model to reflect representation in accordance with the rules and theory, analyze and interpret the result. Probability model. Probability model is statistics because of representing the world uncertainty, using mathematical probability structures to analyze data, make predictions and quantify it. In probability, certain model is an important process. In the field of data science, it involves identifying the best statistical model to examine the relationship in a given data set, such as census data, public health, or a company's user data. It is a mathematical representation of a real process using probability distribution and assumptions. A model shall specify a random variable, a probability distribution, and a non-quantity to be estimated or parameter. We apply probability modeling to finance, area and machine learning, science, operations, and quality control. Mystery of probability modeling in statistics. It is how we use mathematics to describe, explain, and predict uncertainty in the real world. Probability modeling is mysterious because it centers on randomness versus reality. The one events are not random, but they are too complex to measure. Example one behavior depends on random factors, coin tossing depends on physics. So we model them as random to make analysis possible. My contribution to knowledge. My research journey has been anchored on the belief that statistics of simulated real problems and deliver practical solutions. Guided and led by this focus, my research interconnects thematic areas that translate data into societal development. This includes probability distribution theory and modeling, which span through health, commerce, agriculture, engineering, sports, and banking operations, stochastic processes, and population investment. A probability distribution describes how the value of a random variable are distributed and how likely the value is, as well as the probability ranges from 0 to 1. The modern aspect of probability is on choosing and fitting the distribution of real data sets. My research team in this domain focuses in leveraging statistical methodologies to address educational, industrial, commercial, and challenges. Akomolafe 2010 analyzed and predict the percentage of secondary school dropout in some selected local governments in the Southwest Nigeria using better dynamic distribution model. The government goal was to achieve less than 10% dropout rate. It is surprising to know that, despite the extensive effort of the federal government, the chunk of local governments still have more than 20% far above the government target of less than 10%. It was proposed then that the policy initiatives of strategies of prosecution must be reformulated to change the narrative. The question was actually the question too. In a related study, Akomolafe in 2010, Akomolafe 2011, and Akomolafe in 2012 apply probability distribution model to predict customer evolving buying behavior and depth of repeat purchasing pattern using consumer package goods data. We tend to capture a timing process governing industry rate of time, a heterogeneity distribution that accommodate differences across people, and three, an evolutionary process that allows a given individual's fundamental buying rate to change from one visit to the next. An exponential gamma timing distribution was used to capture this phenomenon as shown in this study. The data available to us very possible to study the evolution of physical behavior of a standard register. The model revealed that individual behavior pattern appears to contradict the perspective that one will obtain from examining the aggregate data. It also shows that the number of new customers increases over time, masking the slowdown that may be occurring for many new customers. In continuation of our study, Akomolafe already had a secret of an element. Move further to look at the stochastic and habitual nature of communication pattern using mobile service consulting in Nigeria. The research checks the stochastic nature of repertoire market, subscription market, and mobile service. The study tests whether getting by mobile distribution pattern of consulting exist in the mature and competitively saturated geographic market. It was discovered that the product with stochastic profiles may be due to the strength of consumers' habits rather than to underlying antecedents. Osega and Economic 2017 studied the performance rating of Kumara's government transmitter distribution due to the flexibility and the rate at which it captures the decreasing increase and factor failure rate function in survival analysis, insurance, engineering, and environmental function study. The probability density function used is as shown in equation 4. Several distributions useful for real better application can be derived from that equation 4. When A is equal to this equal to 1, it becomes transmitter level. When another is 0, it becomes Kumara's level. When another is 0, A is 1, it becomes exponentiated transmitter level. When another is 0, A is 1, B is 1, it reduces to conventional level density function. The developed model was applied to an assessor data from Inaugural and 2006, considering observations on practices of carbon fibers. The new distributed preferences can have a decreasing increase and factor failure rate function depending on its parameters, making it effective in modeling survival data and ability problems. In its comparative analysis, with related mixing existing distribution, the developed model proved to be more efficient and better fit with the data used for illustration, showcasing the efficiency and concept of the newly developed model. The model can be applied to other areas like insurance, engineering, survival analysis, and environmental pollution study. Akomolafe and Ayodele 2017 employed the education of better normal distribution to model statistical behavior of stochastic process, such as the growth of tumor cells in an oncology study of any transmogrifying to magnina tumor. The model is as shown in equation 5. The model is quite flexible for analyzing positive data. Provides a useful power series for the content function. Some new split expression are derived from the mean edition, but for every analysis thereof, will have been election. It was demonstrated that the central density function of better than less abnormal distribution or the statistics can be expressed as a list of generalized abnormal densities. We obtained two closed form expressions for their moments and other statistical measures. The method of maximum likelihood to estimate the model parameter census data. The better normal model is modified to cope with long-term survival that may be present in data. The usefulness of the distribution is illustrated in the analysis of foreign data sets. A companion model exhibits more flexibility, consistency, sufficiency, stability, and uniqueness, with more application to different fields of study, especially information that shows stochastic path. Ayodele and Akomolafe 2017, Akomolafe and the Super 18 used division model and predictive multinomial model respectively to look at the consistency and tracking purchasing pattern of by behavior data, was provided a theoretical benchmark for price promotion and participant and branding. The model is for each of the companion model are shown in equation 6 and 7 respectively. Based on the above table, the predictive multinomial model can therefore be relied on for better, adequate, and consistent decision making and planning, and this was established by value obtained based on cooperative criteria as shown in table 2. Study the generalization function of exponential differential distribution. The model was found to realize some unknown distribution, thereby providing a great flexibility in modeling any detail through the model distribution. The model is as shown in the equation 8. The model exhibits different patterns of shapes when fitted to simulated data that showcase different patterns and effects. The development provide a great flexibility in modeling any detail through the model distribution. Akomolafe 2018 examine the time-dependent analysis of rating and service stability in discrete time queuing and the automated data machine. The data was collected from common source and it is limited to the service time of a standard line. The data contains the attributes of key on the number of customers or focus. Against this background, key process is employed with arrival time and service time. Assumption made are as follows: simple channel queue. There's an internal population for customers originating. exponential distribution of service time. Arrival includes at the same time is treated as a single arrival. The waiting area for customers is used. The queue discipline first and fifth was also used. The method is for data collection based on attributes is to capture a particular customer by labeling something as I explained in the table below with the corresponding details and take note the time of arrival on each ATM as categorized in the design. It was deduced that pre-process employed with arrival time and service time do not solve exponential distribution. Hence, when reducing the problem, IoT maintenance schedule should actively be implemented. Backup fast will be engaged during peak periods to handle any additional demand. Queue management should also be made an active part of the bank's overall strategic queue management processes. Akomolafe 2019, Akomolafe 2019B, and Akomolafe 2020 in a related development succeeded in mixing hybrid distribution, named better good distribution, truncated exponential parental distribution, and better hyperlinear distribution respectively. All these developed models were used to capture non-normal reader, skilled and complex situation team. Their professional purposes were derived and checked based on some assumptions, including global standard and practices. The results show the mathematical derivation of the aggregator or judge distribution and the parameter of this distribution were obtained by the very method. So mathematical properties and authentications were issues were addressed. The model was illustrated using real data, where it fits better than the current distribution. The distribution can be used in several different areas and will serve as a reference to advanced future research in this area. It is on this note that the significance of this distribution can be felt in modeling campus of random phenomena, epidemiological and economic studies. Better hyperlinear distribution, as shown in the decade, was developed and some of the properties were derived while the blending method of estimation was proposed for parameter estimation. The developed distribution can be used to capture the normal process because of the statistical significance in modeling and its fast shape, ranging from another, highly skilled, and heavy trade. The model provides a significant improvement in filter modeling. It's an important model for analysis of data because of the wide usage of the linear distribution and the fact that the current generation provides mix of discontinuous extension to more complex distribution. We provide a complex description of some structural properties of the proposed distribution with the hope that it will attract wider application in several fields. Akomolafe 2020 examined the combination of exponential distribution, parental distribution, and negative binomial distribution in order to have an hybrid model named exponential parental negative binomial distribution, so as to model epidemiological and economic non-normal data without considering the richness of the information. Conclusion of page 2014. The data was found to generalize some distribution, thereby providing great flexibility in modeling symmetry, heavy tails, and bimodal distribution. The efficiency of the commune data distribution was illustrated using failure time live data. Yusuf Ajibode and Akomolafe 2024 developed an hybrid model named transform exponential distribution. The computational properties, probability density function, and combinative density function were derived. The validity of the model was checked, and the model was applied to real data set. As shown in equation 15, data set is a test of glass fiber. The necessary collected by employees in the United Kingdom. National Fiscal Laboratory used by Smith and Made of 1987. While the second data set was on the waiting time before service of by customer examined and analyzed by Kitani 2005 for filling linear distribution. It was discovered that the particular compounded library model performance and fidelity, when compared with the existing related library model, was validating our model as an advanced tool for precise data modeling, enhanced parameter estimation, and data analysis of complex data sets. The findings suggested that the generalized Akomolafe Ayodele Akomolafe is a new innovative class of robust tools for modeling and analyzing data in engineering and some other fields. Population and estimates. Akomolafe 2022 examined relations between days and new cases of COVID-19 in Nigeria. check the best fit model for the data. Results indicate that there is a significant relationship between age and the new cases, which implies that age had a positive effect on new cases and was not significant at 1% significant level for both linear and nonlinear regression model. It was suggested then that government should take proper measures to reduce the spread of these diseases. Two different models were used to establish relationship. Two models find a significant relationship between new cases and age. Several measures have been observed to reduce the disease pandemic worldwide. The study examined the effect of age on new cases. It was found that age had a positive effect on the new cases as said earlier. The longer the epidemic was withheld, the greater the catastrophe. Provided that the population continues to increase and the racial density remains unchanged. Such a prolonged delay would have led to almost complete extinction of the population. As time increases in Nigeria, new cases of COVID-19 increased and new deaths also increased, meaning that proper measures should be taken in order to reduce the rate of COVID-19 in Nigeria. The government and health facilities were urged to work together and also ensure that any patient visiting the hospital should be tested on COVID-19. People are to take proper care by washing their hands, covering their nose, avoid contact with the affected person. And lastly, government should be more active and proactive on contact tracing. Akomolafe 2020 considered COVID-19 virus was spreading shocks on the Nigerian economy and adopted a historical analytical approach to study the interplay of factors deepening the impact of shocks. The new phenomenon of demand shock effect alongside a supply-side shock effect like that the net cost of these shocks will significantly affect the local economic momentum on the economic happening in the market developing economies like Nigeria, especially in the north. An analytical approach of the likely nature of the economic shock is important to distinguish the sources of the shock. So, first are the purely medical shocks, where workers in the sickbed are not producing. Second is the economic impact of public and private containment measures, things like schools and factories closures, travel restrictions and quarantine. The third is literally all in our head, belief-based economic shocks, individual behavior, depends upon this belief. Because the weak economic productivity base of the Nigerian economy, it was difficult to predict the future spread reduction variables of the pandemic. Software market in Nigeria. Akomolafe 2020 took a look at software market in Nigeria by studying by behavior heterogeneity of customers. Heterogeneity here means exhibiting different characteristics of mind. Questionnaire method of data collection was used. Using 5-point data scale method mode, hypotheses were tested based on the data of the study and the available data at hand. It was discovered that in the software market, besides brand image, product, feature, or price, other factors could have influenced in the buying choices. Network effect, sufficient cost, local network effect, lock-in, or consumer heterogeneity, all that influence in buying decisions. Research provides a better knowledge of the consumer selection decision, where the suppliers managers in their marketing strategies, while also helping the regulatory authorities regarding the set for market abuse of monopoly power due to the specific factors that can easily allow it to the individual player. An implication of this research is the conclusion that in a software market with a dominant incumbent, it will be very difficult for a competitor to gain market share against the incumbent unless there is some kind of external intervention that the government using alternative software standard allowing it to reach the critical mass of the users. In the related development, my research group on economic issues examine the dynamics of inflation rate in a consumer-driven economy. Akomolafe and others 2020. Co-integration of the progressive foreign correction model approach was used to investigate the effect of money supply, fiscal deficit, and network on the relative effectiveness of fiscal policy in the Nigerian consumer-driven economy. The question used was actually in 2020. The result of the analysis is based on the data called from the central bank bulletin. The believe that fiscal policy have a significant influence on the output of the Nigerian economy. This is how was sponsored by CBN. The group recommended that central bank should, as a matter of urgency, guarantee a stable exchange rate and sound monetary surveillance, looking for ways to regulate interest rates that will encourage local and foreign investors to transform our consumer-driven economy. That was October 2023. Model complementary Ghana transported by some global distribution, which is a recent renewed interest in generating parameters of distribution. All the necessary conventional governments and procedures were checked and confirmed. The model was applied to a random sample of what treated bladder cancer patients. The distributive statistics of data set on the remission is given below in table 8. The parameter estimation of the model as well as equation 21 was carried out using Simon Merkel estimation method. Since the new commercial model shows minimum value, this indicates that they perform better when compared with the existing related models as shown in equation 9. Identity of problem associated with open definition and its related solution. Our research group identified problem associated with definition and its related solution. Abayomi Ayodele Akomolafe discovered that this is a persistent sanitation challenge in southwest Nigeria, especially in rural areas and inner urban areas. The quantitative studies of informal respondents across Lagos, Oyo, also Ghana using structural engineering and so in the principal factor analysis was used to determine the essential elements with effects which affect open definition through examination of key factors. The analysis revealed that 5 fundamental components accounted for 42% of the total variance. The most significant factors include strong economic influence, sanitation investment behavior, inadequate government oversight, unawareness of sanitation laws, and financial factors which is poverty. Conclusively, it was discovered that community-led initiatives supported by policies are essential to enhance sanitation through public health. Ayodele Akomolafe and others 2023 examine network analysis of phase 1 PPP of the University of Africa using critical path network and program evaluation in project planning and scheduling plays a better role in estimating the time and cost output of a project. Finalizing the project on time and within the budget is challenging. This study focused on finding the shortest possible time required to complete the phase 1 PPP project of the University of Africa, and also to evaluate probability of completing the project within the stipulated time. That analysis was carried out and all possible of the activities involved in the building project was found, and location of the critical part of the building project was also found. The expected duration for every activity in the building project was determined. The probability of completing the project within this stipulated time was evaluated. Based on the program, as shown in figure 1, the flow, activity code, and the immediate processor, estimation based on this in terms of each activity on the program of water. The project was estimated to be completed in 100 days. The result shows that there is 50% chance for the project to be completed within the stipulated time. With information gathered on the building project, project was delayed due to some factors such as no circulation of money, inadequate equipment, loss of vehicle to a change in plan, and inadequate manpower. But there was a 2-month difference between the initial completion time and actual completion time. In conclusion, the project is a task with a specific beginning and ending. Aimed at producing a unique product, service or job. Without proper planning and analysis and integrated management, project work might experience so many difficulties, such as time loss, loss of focus, and concentration of laborers, money cost in material and inadequate manpower. Conclusion. Distinguished elders, esteemed participants and students, today's inaugural lecture has been a reflective exploration of how cognitive model statistics transform data into insight and drive national progress. Today's lecture demonstrated that cognitive model statistics quantifies the likelihood of events makes informed decision based on data. It allows statisticians and we users to evaluate risk and take certain action based on expected outcomes. It has a predictive future occurrence as it may be. Also, like concept of that our well-designed application probability modeling statistics is the backbone of statistical analysis, and it plays a critical role in virtual scientific and professional fields. It has been explained that as it transforms uncertainty into measurable quantitative enabling into measurable quantities, enabling certain policymakers and professionals to make rational informed decisions. Without probability modeling, modern data analysis, forecasting and risk assessment will be possible. The most important question is not whether the model is cheap, but rather whether the model is adequate for the proposals and data. Whether it is a continuous process that eventually leads to a good approximation of the real world phenomenon. The real world economics, social, environmental, and government domain are enormously complex, but the goal of the model is to simplify and explain the complexity. Because of the lecture, as I have explained, our probability modeling efforts will be changed across effects and influence so as to provide a logical template that can be used for policy evaluation or to experiment with by pursuing different policy scenarios. Finally, I must remark that the patronage for statistical counseling is ridiculously low in this university. It's a common knowledge that scientific results are only validated and considered useful where statistical methods and principles are applied. We have seen many research proposals and developmental progress relied for statisticians. Inclusion of statisticians should be made mandatory in non-observation and experimental studies. Statisticians are supposed to be collaborators for the planning and the dissemination stage. Laboratories and statistical analysis visa, similar to what exists in Virginia for the United States and State University, though beside the Department of Statistics has been existing for more than 7 years. The laboratory was established to provide a meeting point for meaningful interaction among researchers within the national department with experienced assistant statisticians to provide statistical advice on design of experiments, data collection, software usage, result interpretation, and communication of statistical results. This will provide the framework of statistical thinking, more phases for scientific research, as well as a training grant for the university students. Recommendation. Based on the evidence presented in this lecture, below are my specific recommendations for targeted implementation by key stakeholders in the aim of translating statistical information into very national impacts. 1. Institutions should emphasize probability theory statistics and related programs. All the only method of evaluating students has to keep the mastery of the field of statistics. While emphasis must be laid on the quality of practical applications by engaging the students in real-life studies and data analytic models. Probability modeling is integrated across disciplines such as economics, medicine, agriculture, engineering, and computer science. Whether such a package will be embodied and procured by the institution for student use access across their laboratories, not only in the library, to enhance modeling ability. The government should incorporate predictive probability models in our national planning for monitoring of anticipated risk in every sector of our economy. The government should re-engage the fund to activate its initial vision and focus on funding innovative research in our higher institutions. Acknowledgement. Distinguished audience, esteemed colleagues, friends and family, it is important to regard every individual who has contributed to the making of the professor. Yet, my heart overflows with gratitude. Above all, I return all glory and admiration to the Almighty God, the source of my strength, wisdom and grace. I send my sincere appreciation to the First Chancellor, Professor Abayomi Ayodele Akomolafe, for giving the opportunity to present my inaugural lecture today. I extend my inestimable appreciation to all the management team, Deputy First Chancellor Academic Promotions, the Deputy First Chancellor Development President, for their support. To my beloved parents, Abayomi Ayodele Akomolafe, Abayomi Ayodele of Inaugural Royal Company of Prof. What cannot capture my gratitude to lay the moral, spiritual, and intellectual foundation upon which my entire life rests. That is your discipline and commitment to integrity before me in my life. And Mama, your love, passion, and prayers are combined treasures that can never be repaid. This moment is as much yours as it is mine. To my leaders, I like the thank you for this special prayers. Guidance and believing my journey. I'm truly blessed about your ongoing support. I appreciate God Akomolafe, today Inaugural Akomolafe, Mr. Akomolafe, Mrs. Akomolafe, and my families. Also, my estimate of appreciation goes to the families of Mr. Dr. Mrs. Ayodele and Mr. Abayomi. I thank you all for the love and understanding. Let me especially appreciate my uncles for their laudable support in the process of climbing the academic ladder just at any time. Apostle Mrs. Ayodele, late Pastor Mrs. Ayodele, Mrs. Emiliano, Mrs. Apostle Monomola. Thank you all for your support, love, and cooperation. Love, cooperation, and prayers to bring the family together. I appreciate all the classes for this university, especially Professor Ayodele Akomolafe, who offered my appointment in a senior lecturer assistant at the Professor Ayodele Akomolafe, national leadership, and the Women First Chancellor, Professor Ayodele Akomolafe, who announced my professorship. I remain forever grateful. I want to sincerely appreciate the effort of the days who in one way or the other contribute towards making today a reality. Professor Professor Ayodele, my gratitude always goes to the fullness of the department that has sat together with, as shown on the board. Yeah. I'm also grateful to Professor Onifuka, Professor Ayodele, Professor Alisha, Professor Fala, Professor Tiolu, Professor Betunde, Professor Sofakoy, Professor Akomolafe, Ifisi Academic, Professor Olusoyebuwa, Professor Omar Oshuwale, Professor Emisi Abayomi Ayodele and the host at the last Professor Mrs. Professor Adamudina, Professor Mrs. Professor Mrs. the Professor Waishitu, and the Dr. academic staff, your highly appreciated. As I said, I appreciate the support academics of the Department of Statistics. Starting from the head of the department, Professor Abayomi, Professor Fasola, Professor Adebola, Dr. Sabine of the School of Physical Science now, Professor Adebola, Professor Wala, Professor Igarama, Ashit Isaka, Professor Gafar, Oyeyemi, Dr. Ebelo, Dr. Ojo, Dr. Wimanja, Dr. Sola, Dr. Dr. Biano Seni, Dr. Mrs. Saladeni, Dr. J. Bonusu, my roommate, Dr. Mrs. Mokwa, Dr. Yamanide, Dr. O.S. Kodosho, Dr. Adinina, Mrs. Emamoto Mr. Boy, I'm grateful for your encouragement, cooperation, and support. And I'm thankful to appreciate my senior colleagues for their support. Professor Ayodele Professor Oyeki, Professor Ayodele Professor Professor Dr. Tio Dasisi, President, Rector, Polytechnic Dr. Akebo, Rector of the State, Professor Sito Yan, who supervised my first degree project in multi-rate analysis. You all appreciate it. I'm grateful to all members of the last meeting, Asu Sanu Nasunat, and others for their steadfast commitment to fairness, academic integrity, and decision harmony. Also, Professor Society in the local group, headed by Professor Ayola, editorial for the Journal of Western Society, and the local group, Tata Club Iliogo Development Forum. I'm grateful for your encouragement. Also, want to specifically thank Dr. Fulaga and the family members unwavering support for the success of this program. And I want to appreciate, I want to specially honor my academic mentor, the Prof. Godwin whose influence really pivoted in my academic philosophy. Also grateful to Dr. Mrs. Aki and for their support and encouragement. I'm grateful for all your efforts in my life. I also extend my heartfelt gratitude to the family of my friends and associates. To the Lord, my name is Inaugural, Shitu Adele, Adele, Martis Adele, Wasolo Yede, Edinia Adele, Adele, Pierre, and Adi Yekani, your colleague Adele, two Adele, Secretary Yeka, addressing them as host national set, United set, US Artistic Union, Federal Safety for Unity I appreciate to my leader, friend and nation from my own town. Let me first of all give the bad place, Udo Filiogo, Aruwa Udo Opa B, and then go say, Udo Filiogo, I want to extend my message to Professor Anderson, Professor Giannini, Engineer Abayomi Ayodele, who managed the head of the Buddha Council, just to give us General your collective effort has enriched my scholarship and broadened my horizon. I appreciate respect to my spiritual family and pastors, ministers, elders, and members of Christ Apostolic Church, not only the Police Assembly. Christ Apostolic Church number 1 in Igbo, Christ Apostolic Church Alliance, Christ Apostolic Church number 7 in Igbo. Your prayers, fellowship, and spiritual covering has sustained me through every phase of this journey. I deeply appreciate all my mentees, past and present, for allowing me to be part of the academic journey and professional development. Your progress gives one meaning. Your progress gives one meaning to my teaching, mentoring, and calling, to my neighbors, to the Balata Association and Agadagada, the Festival of Balata Association and Agadagada, the Inaugural Association. Thank you all for the leadership, friendship, and peaceful environment and nurtures, reflections, and focus. To all scholars and writers, I consulted as a sanitary group. To my precious children, Ayodele Victoria, and Ayodele Victor, you are my pride, my joy, and the living proof of God's faithfulness. Every sacrifice has been for God's glory and joy. Ladies and gentlemen, join me to celebrate the love of my life. Give that God for me. Prayer partner, my source of strength, the goal of my goal. You must steadfast God and your every faith has anchored me. I thank God for you, and I celebrate as a living testimony of the divine companionship and enduring grace. Thank you for listening.
and we are declared. The problem to solve is the claim. Probability modeling is just a tool to provide solution. Can we put our hands together? Thank you so much. The lecture is very time conscious, succinct, and precise. I think those are qualities of statistician. I want to thank everyone that has come to grace this occasion. We appreciate you and not taking it for granted. We thank those two are the important people in this gathering. I want to thank the male, I want to thank all the female, and so however, we will not do but mention one or two names. And so if you want to hear the name, you are among the male or among the female. Thank you so much. Let me, on this note, recognize and I put this recognition as point of contact to every other person that has gone to raise this occasion. I recognize our title, Abayomi Ayodele, the rector of the Polytechnic Department. Professor Ayodele, former registrar of this university. Prince Abayomi Ayodele, former librarian. Professor Deputy Dean, Postgraduate School, Fuga. We welcome Dr. Omar Dean, Faculty of Science, Polytechnic Department. We welcome Professor Olusoya Olubusoye, Director of Quality Assurance, University of Ibadan. We welcome Dr. Joseph Olabayojo, Director of Academic Planning, Federal Polytechnic, and I can see our Professor Obe Origo is on there. Thank you for coming. Obe Origo is a former class member of FUTA. I want to introduce you as one of our professors here in the gathering. I know I saw Professor Ayodele today, so they are not there. Professor Okuroma, Professor Joe, Professor Ayodele, and so on. We will welcome them. Thank you very much for coming to this occasion. Professor Oluwaye Sialaba, Head of Department of Statistics, University of Ibadan. We welcome all staff of the Department of Statistics, University of Ibadan. We are President Ukraine, as you can see, welcome. Thank you so much. We appreciate your coming back from Ibadan. Professor Timothy O. University. You welcome, sir. Dr. Wasu Olóyèdè, G8. That G8 sounds so hard. G8, you are welcome. Dr. Wale Amusa, Vice President, IBF. Dr. Martins Ade Inde, G8 IBF, General Secretary. Welcome. Honorable Odeni Wale Elisha, Member House of Assembly, Osun State. And I see you here. Yes, I wanted to send you to our governor. That's because of us that are all right, thank you. Barrister Chief Abayomi Ayodele Akomolafe of Inaugural, Chief Kasim Ayodele Akomolafe of Abayomi, High Chief Ayodele Akomolafe of Inaugural, all IMF members in the Unity Forum. Are you here? Yes, you are. All chartered club international in the world, the entire Akomolafe family of the world will be dynasty. Are you here? You're welcome. Federal Road Safety Club in 29, the Royal Unit Command. You're welcome. Thank you so much. Special Marshal, Federal Road Safety Club in 29, the Royal Unit Command. Like I said, all members of CAC are 19 chapter. You're welcome. Unitary Alumni Inter. Are you there? You're welcome. Unitary 96 cents. I'm sure 90% of the other lecture. You are welcome. Dr. Jude, I hope we need to figure the lecture today. Friends from University, you are welcome. One day, welcome. I'm happy to recognize this special person, somebody who has toiled night and day, who has suffered the midnight struggle when the child did not want to sleep, and she too will never sleep. Somebody who has struggled to bring up this wonderful lecturer of today. I want to introduce to you the mother of the inaugural lecturer, Mrs. Alice Akomolafe. I introduce to you the immediate families of the inaugural lecturer. I recognize Ms. Victoria Akomolafe, the daughter, and this time of recognition. As well, I mentioned today Mr. Victor Akomolafe, son for recognition. Ladies and gentlemen, I want today to join to celebrate the love of the life of the inaugural lecturer. I want us to celebrate an achiever, leader, doctor, radio, prayer partner, the source of strength, the hope of his own. Thank you very much for your help. You took over all this business and you have been doing it. As you can see, you are doing it very well. God bless you. Lastly, I recognize every other person here, and most especially the great Nigerian students. God bless you.
A couple of announcements. All professors and friends of the university should take elders and church members to see Elder Akomolafe at the car park. Elders and other people from Inaugural should see Chief Panji also at the car park, while university staff are to go to the Hilton Auditorium. Great Rotarians! Great Rotarians! I will announce where you will take your entertainment immediately after. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I humbly request that we rise first for the future anthem and then the national anthem. We shall remain standing as the